Ladies and gentlemen, life was never designed to be lived in reverse. The reason your eyes are in front is because you were created to move forward. Too many people are held hostage by yesterday, imprisoned by past failures, disappointments, or even successes. But I have come to tell you today, no matter what you've been through, no matter how many times you've failed, no matter how heavy the weight of your past may feel, keep moving forward. Too many people wake up every day imprisoned by their past. Some are shackled by their mistakes, carrying the heavy burden of regret, shame, and disappointment. Others are trapped by past victories, reliving their glory days as if their best is behind them. But I want to remind you today, your past is a classroom, not a prison. A classroom is a place where you learn, grow, and prepare for what's ahead. A prison, on the other hand, is a place of confinement, restriction, and stagnation. The difference between the two is not the environment, but the mindset of the person inside. Some people allow their past to lock them away, defining their future by yesterday's failures. Others extract the lessons from their past and use them as stepping stones to a greater future. The question is, which one are you? Think about this. Every experience, every failure, every heartbreak, and even every betrayal carries a lesson. But a lesson is useless if it is not applied. The problem is that most people don't extract the wisdom from their experiences. They just relive the pain. They replay the disappointments. They nurse their wounds, and they allow the past to rob them of the future. But if you truly understand that your past is a classroom, you will stop asking, why did this happen to me? And start asking, what did this teach me? Some of the most successful people in history were people who understood this principle. They didn't let their past define them, they let it refine them. The greatest leaders, inventors, and visionaries all had setbacks, but they saw those setbacks as setups for something greater. If they had chosen to dwell on their failures, the world would never have known their names. Your past is a teacher, and every teacher gives tests, but the tests of life are different from the tests in school. In school, you are taught a lesson and then given a test. In life, you are given a test and then you learn the lesson. Some of you have been tested by rejection, financial struggles, heartbreak, betrayal, or failure. But did you learn? Did you grow? Or are you still sitting in the same classroom, refusing to move to the next level? Too many people allow their past to keep them stagnant. They live in the memories of past hurts, unable to move forward because they are still tied to what happened. They build monuments around their pain, visiting it daily like a sacred place. But you cannot build a future while holding on to the past. You cannot move forward while looking backward. You cannot embrace what's ahead if your hands are still clinging to what was. Some of you are stuck in relationships that have already ended. You keep revisiting conversations, replaying scenarios, and holding on to emotions that no longer serve you. But let me ask you, how can you step into the new when you are still tangled in the old? Some of you are still defining yourselves by past failures, labeling yourselves by what you did instead of who you are becoming. But hear me today. What happened to you does not define what's ahead of you. If you want to be free from the past, you must make a decision. Freedom starts with a choice. The choice to stop revisiting old wounds. The choice to stop defining yourself by who you were. The choice to see your past for what it is, a teacher, not a jailer. You cannot change what happened yesterday, but you can change how you respond today. You can choose to extract the lessons, grow from them, and move forward. Because no matter what has happened before, your best days are not behind you. Life is a journey, and every journey requires direction. The most dangerous person is not the one who is weak, nor the one who is poor, nor the one who has failed multiple times. The most dangerous person is the one who has no vision. Without vision, life is nothing but movement without progress, activity without purpose, and existence without fulfillment. Vision is the force that propels you forward, the energy that drives you beyond obstacles, and the fire that keeps you pressing on even when everything around you tells you to quit. Look at nature. Every river has a course, every bird has a direction, and every tree grows upward. Life was designed to move forward, not to remain stagnant. But what makes movement meaningful is vision. It is possible to be busy, yet going nowhere. Many people wake up every morning, work tirelessly, engage in endless activities, yet feel unfulfilled at the end of the day. Why? Because movement without vision is just wasted energy. Vision gives purpose to movement. Vision is not the same as sight. Sight is the ability to see what is, but vision is the ability to see what could be. Sight looks at the present, but vision sees the future. The most successful people in history were not those who had the best resources, the most money, or the most favorable conditions. They were those who had a vision of something greater than what existed in front of them. They saw what others could not see. They imagined a reality beyond their present struggles, and they worked toward it with relentless determination. Every invention, every breakthrough, every revolution in human history was birthed by vision. The airplane was once just an idea. Electricity was once unimaginable. The world as we know it today was shaped by men and women who refused to accept what was and chose to pursue what could be. But what if they had given up? What if they had allowed temporary setbacks to cloud their vision? What if they had chosen comfort over calling or familiarity over faith? The world would have never experienced their genius. The same is true for you. You were not created to merely exist, to simply go through the motions of life without direction. There is a purpose inside you, a destiny waiting to be fulfilled. But purpose remains dormant without vision. Without a clear picture of where you are going, you will spend your life reacting instead of creating, wandering instead of advancing, surviving instead of thriving. Vision is the key to perseverance. When obstacles arise, and they will, vision reminds you why you started in the first place. Without vision, struggles will make you quit. But when you have a clear sense of purpose, you see problems as temporary inconveniences rather than permanent roadblocks. Vision makes pain bearable, challenges surmountable, and failures stepping stones rather than tombstones. One of the greatest tragedies in life is not death. It is a life without vision. To be alive and yet have no sense of direction is a tragedy worse than death itself. There are people who die at the age of 25 but are buried at 75 because they stopped dreaming, stopped pursuing, and stopped believing that more is possible. They allow the weight of life's responsibilities, the fear of failure, and the opinions of others to steal their vision. They settle for what is rather than fighting for what could be. Vision is what separates leaders from followers, pioneers from settlers, and dreamers from drifters. A person with vision does not need external motivation because vision itself is a motivator. When you have a clear picture of your future, you do not need someone to push you, you push yourself. You wake up with purpose, you endure challenges with patience, and you refuse to settle for less than what you were created to achieve.